Hello, it is very late to where I am, but this is my very first video on my channel. I am in my room in bed, and I just got done with a radio interview. My name is Jermise G. I am an attorney. I am licensed in the state of Texas. I practice immigration law as well as veterans law and social security disability down in Florida along with my partner. And so the purpose of this video is to tell you guys to hold on and stand fast on God's promise. Last night I was praying and I was asking God to move, because if he doesn't move, then I can't do anything. Like, I have no other choice but to trust and believe in God. And today, less than 24 hours after I prayed, God used my friend to be a blessing to me. God dropped this wonderful opportunity that I had tonight into my friend's lap, because according to my friend, he randomly talked to this individual. But God is not a God of chance. He's not a God of coincidence. He is a God that's intentional and that's purposeful. And he's in the background orchestrating your life, orchestrating your footsteps to align you to where he wants you to be. And so to everybody that's going through a situation, whatever it is, it can be relationship, it can be career-wise, it can be financial, whatever situation that you're going through, just know that your prayers are not going unanswered. Just know that God hears you. And God is a God that he's always on time. He's not a minute too late, and he's not a minute too early. He is an on-time God. I often give this analogy is when we get into our vehicles and we don't know where we're going, the first thing we do is check our GPS. We put the address in the GPS and we drive. If the GPS tells us to go right, we go right. If the GPS tells us to go left, we go left. We trust our phone to get us to a destination. So why not trust God to get us through life? Why not trust God to be the driver of our destiny and of our faith? Why not trust God the way that we trust the GPS? He's God after all. He sees 2 miles down the road. He sees if we go left, the devil's going to be waiting at that corner. So I'm going to have you go up a couple miles, make a U-turn and turn right to avoid that situation. He is God all by himself. So I'm learning through my walk with Christ and just through trial and experiencing life that sometimes the detours that we are taking, that we think are detours, are really not. It's God's way of rerouting us. And it's God's way of saying, you thought you can go reach point B by point A, but let me show you, you can still reach point B. You just have to go to point C. There's nothing in your life that God doesn't know about. There's nothing in your life that God cannot forgive. And there's nothing in your life that's too hard for God to do. Those are the 3 takeaways. Like, he's the God that knows the very hair on your head. That's how intentional he is. And that's how much he loves us. So if he loves us so much, then we have to trust him to get us through whatever we're going through. And your prayers are not going unanswered. Your prayers, he hears them. And he will answer them when you need your prayers to answer. Because a lot of time, a blessing delayed, it's not a blessing denied. Blessing delayed is not a blessing denied. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we pray for things and we want things to come to us as soon as we pray. But a lot of stuff, and a lot of times, God saves us from us. If he blesses us too soon, then we just may screw up that blessing. If he blesses us too soon, we may not even be at a point in our lives where we can appreciate that blessing and do right by that blessing. So sometimes God will put our prayers on hold until we are at a point where he says, okay, you got it now. You learned this now. So let me go ahead and bless you with that very thing that you prayed for. That's the God he is. And the circumstances and situations and heartache and heartbreak that we go through that is meant to break us, God has already given us the tools to succeed. He's already provided us with everything we need. So the very thing that was meant to break you, God will use that to bless you. God will use that to show you that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And so be encouraged and stay encouraged. And yes, sometimes life gets hard and it's not always peaches and cream. I wish it was. And it's not always going to be easy. But nothing worth having comes easy. If you really think about it, nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing just gets dropped in your lap. Like, you have to work for everything. And God is the same way. You have to constantly work your faith. You have to constantly work your belief. And you have to constantly tell yourself, it's not what I see. So we need to get out of our natural self and see what God sees. And see with our spiritual eyes. And know that he's a God that has never lied. He's a God that has never brought us to a point and just left us and say, deuces. That's not the type of God that he is. And so just hold on to God's unchanging hand. Be strong and keep praying because he hears you. And I'm here to tell you that your prayers will be answered when you need them. Not when you want them to, but when you need them to. And so I just wanted to come on and say that just be encouraged, stay encouraged, and keep the faith. I'm going to start posting regularly on my channel. I'm going to rename my channel Words by G. And yeah, it is probably 11:30 in Florida where I'm at. And I am dirt tired. But I just had to come on here and give you guys what God has given to me and give you guys the lessons that I'm learning in this walk. I'm 33 years old. I haven't figured everything out. But guess what? We're in this walk together. So be strong, stay encouraged, and until next time, take care.